Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 1st to the 15th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the description box below. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Page of Pentacles and show me clearly. The High Priestess. It's up a bit. Ooh, the 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, the 5 of Pentacles. The Empress. The Queen of Wands. The 9 of Pentacles, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Judgment, Strength, the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Swords. I like this. I like this. You have very, very strong sacred feminine energy coming in. This is really going to be a time that you need to you need to listen to your body and your hormonal cycle if that plays a part in your life, like just being aware, and it plays a part in everybody's life. It's going to be really important to do so, to like really listen to your body and kind of nurture your body in accordance to how it is feeling and be aware of things, okay? And also be aware, like you might be like me, I ate some sugar and now I feel irritated at things, and it's like, oh, okay, putting those things together, and then it's like, okay, now I let that go. And that's going to be a big thing during this time, of the sense of like, how does my body react to certain foods, certain energies, certain people, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't make that connection. That's going to be really big for you, Sagittarius. It moves us to the heart of it all. And this is you being the Page of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you're born in the cusp of Capricorn, if you have Earth sign energy in your chart, that's going to play a big role during this time. There's a sense of you being a student of prosperity, of your wealth, of what you want to build, of what you're looking for within yourself. And so here with the Page of Pentacles, you are looking at the prosperity that you want in your life. And so many of us are. It's coming up. The Page of Pentacles is coming up again and again in the readings. And what we're going to see is that this isn't a time to stay just as things were, to like fit into the box and the status quo. This is going to be a time of really looking at the prosperity that you want to plant within yourself, or you want to have within your life, and saying, well, how do I go about this? Now it is a time where you can do so many different things. Like, people can do so many different things. We're not stuck with like, oh, my parents were this, so I have to be this, or this is going to take all day to do the laundry, and so this is, what I'm going to have to do all day. And so here, being aware of this energy, I'm just thinking of, I watched a documentary on Victorian homes, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so awful. I'm sorry. I was like, no. So here with the Page of Pentacles, you are looking at, how do you want your prosperity to move forward? And it might not be the mansion on the hill, right? It might not be the Rolls Royce, and it might, look at yourself and say, what do I desire? And now is the time that you are free of spirit, to go after what it is that you want, but you are also embracing your prosperity, and you're multiplying your wealth. You're bringing things forward in a very abundant way. It moves us to the challenge of the High Priestess. This means that we're having a hard time listening to our intuitive selves and the intuitive energy around us. It can be that it's saying things that we don't like, and that can happen, most definitely. But it can also be that we don't see ourselves as intuitive people. So Sagittarius, during this time, to give yourself the grace and the time to meditate, to look at, deeper healing understandings of your body, of, herbs, of connecting with the earth. That's going to be really important here. But also your own energy. If you're like, listen, I don't want to do herbs and I don't want to do all that stuff, give yourself time, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds of just focusing on your breathing. That can be world opening for you. And it's going to connect you more with your intuitive self. And it's also knowing that you can have energies around you where it's like, oh, this is going to happen, but it's not going to happen the way that you thought it was. So also releasing the expectation of it has to happen my way, and opens it to the way that nature will naturally bring it forward. It opens it to the way that the abundance comes. It brings us then to the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles at the root, prosperity, success, bounty, and abundance. But it's also saying, hey, listen, make sure you have a savings. Like, don't give it all away. There's one pentacle on the table. There's a basket of apples. They haven't cut down the whole tree. Make sure that you still have your wealth, and make sure that you still are, or it can be that you've learned, okay, I need to take care of me, and then I can also take care of others, but I don't have to give away everything. That's going to be really important. This is also generational wealth coming in. You have broken and you are breaking generational cycles. As you set yourself free, you are stepping into prosperity, success, bounty, and abundance. You are releasing negativity and stepping into the positivity of what you truly want. And you are no longer, again, saying, I am held by this contract from my ancestors that I have to fulfill in the here and the now. And it can be from the ancestors of this life, of past lives. It's like, no, this is my soul. This is how I'm moving forward. You've already broken the poverty mentality. You've faced it. You've walked in hardship and pain and difficulty. You felt like an outsider looking in. And now you are opening up to wealth and what you value as much as money, to success and where it is that you truly want to be within your life for yourself. And that is with the 5 of Pentacles. You're also not alone. You're walking with someone, even if they don't always feel like the most helpful person. You're like, oh, why are you making it so much more difficult for me? Type of thing. But that energy, that support, that love, it is there. And it can also be your spirit guides and your angels where you're like, well, dude, you can't help me carrying in the groceries. Like, what does this even matter? But it does matter. It does matter because it builds us up energetically. It makes our souls stronger, and it brings a beauty and a peace to our hearts and ourselves. It moves us to the Empress. And the Empress is the energy of creativity, of abundance, of bounty. That is our strength. Our strength is a sacred feminine energy of getting things done, of moving things forward, of opening up the world to what we want, to opening up the prosperity to what we want, and not saying, I can't. There is something here, Sagittarius, where we hit our light, or we didn't think our talents were talents. Like, we weren't saying, oh, wow, this is so great of me. It's like, well, why can't I be more like this person or that person? Or why can't I do this? And Spirit is saying, let yourself shine as you are now. Claim the richness, the abundance that is you, and move forward in that knowledge. It brings us to the near future of the Queen of Wands. And you're the Queen of Wands in the minor arcana. This is the power of yourself coming forward again in this beautiful sacred feminine energy. And you are going to see that you are embracing your passion, you're embracing your tenacity, your determination. You have 2 of the spunkiest queens here, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And because the Empress is the conglomeration of all the queens, you have the Queen of Wands, which is the passion, the fire, the tenacity. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the abundance, the success, the bounty. You have the Queen of Swords, the knowledge, the cunning, the insight. The Queen of Cups, the harmony, the healing, the also like the nourishing, right? Nourishing through the pentacles, through the earth, through food, nourishing through water as well. So you have those energies coming forward. These energies right here of the wands and the swords, yes, they nourish, right? Fire helps us nourish ourselves. It keeps us warm, but they are not, the sole purpose is not to nourish. The sole purpose is to embrace passion, right? And to use your skills and your tools well. And so here you're finding yourself stepping into your magic, stepping into your fire, stepping into the tenacity and insight of what it is that you want. You're also seeing yourself as braver than you had thought you were. You're like, oh, I'm not brave. And others might say that, like, oh no, you're just a pushover, Sagittarius. Listen, you have proved them wrong time and time again. Stop denying or diminishing your strength, because you are just so, there's a spark to you, there's a fire to you. And it might not be that like Boudica fire, which is like totally okay, right? But it can be a gentler fire. It can be a calmer fire, but it's still one of inspiration and tenacity. There's still a spark and a vivaciousness to you that is amazing. It doesn't matter your age. It is amazing that you step into that energy. The Queen of Wands also represents Hecate and Hestia. There we go. I combined them together to make a super goddess. Here with Hecate, she's a goddess of magic, right? Not much is known about her, and yet she's still worshipped, to this day. So there is this sense of really worshiping the magic within you. You don't have to believe in goddesses. That doesn't have to be your thing, but worshiping that connection, that divine spark, the fact that stardust runs through your veins is a fact. Worshiping that, connecting with that God's head within yourself is going to illuminate you, move you forward. And then it is also connecting with the hearth energy that Hestia is the goddess of, the goddess that could have been the goddess of, like, one of the main goddesses in the pantheon of Greek and Roman mythology. She chose to step down in order to keep the peace within the world, the whole world. And she became the goddess of the hearth, the center of every single Roman house, Greek house, every single house, even to this day. We gather in the kitchen, we gather around the hearth. And so here, there's prosperity, there's success, there's power, and it doesn't always have to be seen in that, kind of masculine way of the force of moving forward. It could be more gentle, it could be more, I want to say fluid. It moves us then to the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is prosperity, success, and bounty. It is abundance. It is standing in the here and now. The advice for this time is, like, don't look at the huge picture of everything. It's going to overwhelm you. And it's going to be like, you get like that, like, I always get that sense of like it skips. Like, it's just like, no, can't do this. And like it glitches, it skips. And in my head, I don't know how else to describe it. And here, it's like, if you look at the too big of a picture, it's too overwhelming. You can't do it. But not that you can't do it, it just overwhelms you. It'll take you way longer. Look at things in small bites. Guard your purse, okay? This is about taking in your harvest, but people will be more than happy to take your prosperity from you, okay? There is a connection that you are moving towards, and it's a lifelong connection. It can be to your work, it can be to your creativity, it can be to a person, but you're also going to have somebody who helps you along the way, kind of keep organized, keep on top of things, keep insightful. The energy and then the environment is justice. You're coming out of a time where it was overwhelming. Like, you felt like you were put in a box. Like, you felt like you were kind of sleepwalking through your own existence. And now you're waking up. You're hearing the call of your angels. You're hearing the call of your power and your purpose. And you're walking towards something greater than you had imagined you could have, or greater than you imagined it could be. And as you're stepping out of a time of feeling judged, of judging yourself, of feeling like you don't measure up, you're stepping into a power of determination, of focus, of insight, of I'm absolutely worth it. And you are embracing strength. Now, the strength here, this is also Leo energy. Time frame of Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd. The strength is not the strength of force. It is the strength of grace, of kindness, of compassion. And with this strength, you're moving towards what you deeply desire within yourself. And you're going to fear your strength because you're not going to think that you're strong. We already stated, Sagittarius, that you're way stronger than you've ever imagined. And this reading finds you when you're questioning that, when you're questioning your strength, when you're questioning your power, when you're questioning, where do you even belong in this world? You're going to find that you have the most unlikely of allies. You move forward in strength and in power. You move forward in grace of self and determination. And it brings us then to the Queen of Swords, the most masculine of all the queens. And she's sometimes known as the witch with a B of the queens. But it's because she is fierce, and she will be fierce. She doesn't mind if you don't like her. And how many of us can say that? We want to be liked. That's part of our personality. That's part of being human. And the Queen of Swords knows her responsibility. And she says, I'm fierce, and I'm powerful, and I have sacrificed, and I have built. And I will keep on moving forward. And it's not always going to be a black and white path. It's not going to be the path that you had imagined when you were 15 years old. I don't know if you guys were like me, but when I was 15, 16, I used to lay in bed and just imagine. I used to just imagine myself being out on a lake in a boat, looking up at the stars and dreaming of my world. I was laying in bed, going to sleep for school in the morning, and I was dreaming of just such a beautiful world where everything just fell into place perfectly. Everything was idealistic. It was just perfect. And then life happened. And it's like, whoa, wait, what? So here, you're going to see that it's not the black and white path that you had thought. And that is okay. But we do spend the time rebelling against that our dreams go differently than we had dreamt them. The Queen of Swords has put in her 10,000 hours, her time, her effort, her determination, her focus. Guard your thoughts. Don't tell everybody what you're thinking, and go after what you want. It's opening up a door and it's opening up the doors in the most exquisite of ways. There's also a sense of you're setting yourself free. You're saying to the cage, no more. I'm not being held in here because it makes me wither. You know, some people can sit in the cage, and I know it sounds bad to say they sit in the cage, but they sit in life and they have all these restrictions around them that they enforce, others enforce, like, you know, these are the rules, this is what you abide by. And they're perfectly fine, they're perfectly happy. I used to always want to be like that, like just perfectly happy with a set of rules and everything's just spelt out as so. And that's not me. And that's not you. You know, there's a sense of, I want to fly free. And in order to fly free, you rustle some feathers, but that is okay. You're moving forward in the power of your voice, the power of your mind, a real sense of determination and insight. And you're more than equipped to walk a path less traveled. Let's see what Spirit has to say, angels and spirit guides. Purposeful. Because yours is a purposeful life. The energy that you are embracing is filled with purpose. It moves us then. The cards here are all filled with purpose. This isn't a time where it's like all lackadaisical, I don't care. It's like, no, there's purpose, there's determination, there's focus, there's insight. You're going after it, and you do care. Bring your heart with you. This is the heart chakra. Bring your heart with you. Bring your love with you. Bring your passion with you. Bring the fact that you can see not only what you are conquering, what, like, you know, kind of like the fields like being trampled. You see what the fields being trampled means, what it does. Bring your heart with you on this journey. Okay? That's the difference between the kings and the queens. And I know it's so terribly stereotypical, but weaving that peace, bringing that heart, bringing the softness is important. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's going to hand you a gift, okay? Money or what you value as much as money. It's not a gift. Or something was too good to be true, and now you have built it in authenticity, in power, and in substance. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to the subconscious spirit message. This is inspire. You are being inspired now. You are going to be inspired during this time, subconsciously, soul-wise. It moves us then to self-mastery, the solar plexus chakra, mastering yourself, like seeing yourself, listening to your gut, listening to what it is that you truly want, and letting that energy move you forward. It's like the self-mastery, listening to your like listening to your gut and treating your body sacredly. That's going to be really important. It moves us then to the subconscious energy to be mindful of, Four of Cups, that we can get so fixated. We already see that with the Two of Swords. Like, these two ways are it. We get so fixated on a certain way of doing things or seeing things that we don't see the cup that Spirit has there. We don't see the way that Spirit pulls us forward towards so much more. And it's going to be, again, a path that we can not be fond of walking. We could be like, no, I want to do it my way. And Spirit's like, no, follow this way. It's so much better than you imagined it could be. And it brings us then to the Magician. You are taking the gifts around you. Do you have gifts? I think you do, don't you? Where did I see? Oh, well, that's rude. You are taking all the gifts, and I thought you had an ace card here, but you don't. You are taking all the gifts of the tarot, okay? Pentacles, wands, swords, cups, all the prosperity, and you're standing before the altar of your existence and you're claiming them. Oh, that's it. We claimed them with the Empress and all the different types of queens. You are taking all these gifts and you are moving forward in this tenacity, determination, and focus. You stand before the altar of your existence and you know, as above, so below. As you believe it, so it becomes. Be very aware of the thoughts you feed yourself. They are as important or more important than the food that nourishes you, because your thoughts make your world. And you are embracing a powerful, beautiful world where you are unstoppable and absolutely successful. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Bye.